I will put the 2 lands in one pile and the 3 everything else in another.
All right.
Well,
So rude.
So very simply, just cutting out everything from whether, what's the word for that? Sorting? We're sorting creatures, mainly ally creatures, with the ramp spells, draw cards, the lands. Kind of getting a little bit of a base, an even base. You want a certain amount of land, a certain amount of draw cards, a certain amount of ramp, a certain amount of your strat, a certain amount of enablers, they're called. At least they call them enablers, stuff like that. I put those here. We need more allies, I believe, than enablers because they enable themselves. Let's fucking go. But these piles, do I leave them there? They don't really add to anything, but they also don't take away from anything because I just need this. Too big for my... Allies. I think I'm gonna cut out, like, start a pile of high casting cost allies versus low casting cost. Because low casting cost, you wish you could play 2 allies at once in one turn. It's very powerful, much better than just one of them. So one of them is gonna have to count for at least 2 of those, or a card draw, you know, for it to be worth putting into that deck. I would rather do just low cost. But some low cost are just gonna blow. Like this one might just blow. You know, a lot of them can blow. Tuk Tuk at 4. I think we're gonna put a line at 4. 3 and lower, and 4 and up. This is ally production / enablers. This aside, have the allies, the enablers, the stuff. Low casting cost allies, they're probably gonna be really like good enough. Enablers, allies. I count this as ally because it puts a certain amount of allies, but it is going in the 4 slots. Right, but like this guy's like, yes, you can cast 4 allies if you have a color of each to cast this. So 4/1/1 at the same time, that's really good. This is gonna be a card I'm gonna keep for sure. This is an ally, but are we really gonna play it? If there's like more artifacts and actually a lot of choice that I like to have, because copying is really strong here because we have a choice, we can choose. So copying here makes more sense than in most decks. This is good, it's gonna enable. Yep, these are finishers, they're great. Changeling, we'll see if that's good enough. Aura Shard is some kind of removal, so you need some stuff to fuck around with the other players. I'll put them here because it's still a very aggro strat and kind of not really combo, really just aggro. We're not dealing as much with others. We're not a control deck, you know. But this is still good in an aggro deck. Enablers, probably not gonna play this, but this is good. Choo choo coming true. The fucking shapeshifters. More allies. And enchantment that makes allies, I think. Ugh. This is probably not going to be played because it's only a one of, but it does rebound. It does rebound. Ally. More ally, but more. Like 2 instead of 1, so at least. Like 2 allies instead of 1 in 1 card actually can be really good. Because you expected it to do it with 2, but you have to draw more cards. So these cards need card draw. Whereas this thing that says just bring down 2 allies, even though they don't have any abilities, still very powerful. Doesn't need this to operate. Gideon. I don't know what this is. There's battlefield support 3, you put +1s. Probably not gonna come anywhere, but it, you know what I mean? Like, I just added stuff. This is a shapeshifter costing 3. Phantasmal Image was always good in this deck. Taurine Mauler might just be good enough because it's big. 3 blade. Whacker. Quest is some kind of enabler, but I can't remember what. Maybe it's just vigilance. I can't remember. Protection. Need protection, maybe. Production. And card draw. Pretty rare, as you can tell. This is gonna be here. It's the enablers, right? Can't get this. This is also a finisher enabler. They're enablers, that's for sure. Maybe I don't remember what they are enablers, but these really enable. Or even just finish, I don't know. Maybe I have too many finishers already. What is this pile? Maybe play the sword. Does bring allies. Okay. Pacifism. These are a bitch. Put them on a creature again, they can't attack, can't block. These might see a comeback. You know. They're really a pain. Because you get to only pay 2 and stop like the biggest threat. You know, put that on Tarmogoyf. You know what I mean? Pacifism on your Tarmogoyf. There you go. Can't attack, can't block, can't do shit. It's strong. Right, more allies. So this might be the commander, 5 color. Right now it is. Put her like here. And we got some insane allies they printed. Right, Drana. Actually an ally. Murasa. Are we gonna see some doubles? Possibly. Oh, we are. Angel, the Hunter, Ranger, Champion maybe. Guy costs 3. More allies. Right, so it's not like a super complicated thing. Keep it simple. We're gonna clearly see that this pile makes no sense. You know, there's so many, right? Of course, we're gonna cut like 3/4 of this. We're gonna have like this whole pile rather than this whole pile in my hands. You know what I mean? Whenever a creature attacks, put a 1/1 ally. That's pretty good. And Yamafada. Return any number of target ally with convert mana cost 8 from your graveyard to the battlefield. Maybe. Oh, we got a foil one. E-Gate Lore Master. Look at this dude. Can you read that? Draw a card for each ally you control. Right? That's fucking strong. Put him here, but not just a spell. He is an ally. But he's the kind of ally that you wanna put it here because he is that. And he's gonna stay. Shapeshifter, this dude costs 2. Well, maybe. This thing can only create mana for creature spells. Not so interesting when there's like other things going on. It's really not gonna ramp anything. You can't use it. Probably not gonna stay anywhere. 2 ass. At a free blade, we have one, the Diabolist. Makes people lose life, equal number of allies you control. Very strong. These OG 5 casting costs, they're gonna stay. These guys are gonna stay. This guy, I don't even know what this guy is. But he's OG, he's OG, right? What is he? What do you do? Haste 2/2 whenever this guy or another ally ETBs, you may put a +1 on Tuk Tuk. Maybe not, but he's fine. Excavator to be good. Gets to mill someone out. But you needed like 3 of them on the battlefield. 3 of those on the battlefield with more allies, you can deck someone. You can really deck someone. Well, maybe mill decks actually want to play those, especially the 60 cards deck with 4 ofs. If you can go get this guy, you know, he gets to mill, but then you have to play more allies. I don't know. You make copies. I don't know. You're blue. Figure it out. Bloop. Probably gonna leave because it's just one of. I don't know. Umara Raptor. People put counters on it. Wari Shapeshifter, it's a ally shapeshifter, so it's perfect. The Druid makes mana. Cost 2 for each ally you control. Fucking bullshit. In Icon of Ancestry, I don't know what it does. Vanquisher draws you cards. Oh, okay, cool. What is that? Dromoka's commands? We'll see. This we have Bruce. Bruce, an ally. Some extra lands. Okay. This we have, and what is this? Choose 2. Prevent all damage. Target instant or sorcery spell would deal this turn. By the way, why can't this like focus? Yeah, prevent all damage. That would be dealt 2. Target attacking. Target instant would deal to this turn. Target player sacrifice an enchantment. Put a +1/+1 counter. Target creature you control fights. Target creature you don't control. I don't know what it's doing here. Put it away. This we have. Okay. But we are missing lands, missing some answers, missing some card draw. Three, look at the top 3 card of your library, reveal a creature card. I don't know. I think it's card draw. The ramp seems alright. Just basic ramp. Can even try. Right, we got great spells. Kind of the basic, basic spells, really. We got Cultivate Kadama's Reach. Always good if you have a lot of basics, and we will have 5. Rampant Growth. Anything that gets a forest. Basic land. Stone. These are not the best ones, you can tell. We have 2 baubles. Like this one better, because this one is darker. Tell? This one is clearer because it's less dark. Signet, Soul Ring. Easy. These are the enablers. There's I think there's too many. 3, 6, 9, 12, like 14, 15. Too many. So I don't know if this is good. This is good if they destroy my creatures a lot, or if I block with them a lot. You know what I mean? And I probably will, because people know like this can kill them. So they'll attack me and make me block, unfortunately. Only the biggest ones, so I just get like twice the turns that I would get normally. So this might be good. Oh, a double. I think the claws are really good, because when it attacks, so if it's a flyer 1/1, it makes more allies. It's worse than proliferate. It's like I hit you with this flying 1/1 or 2/1. I make an ally and just do more shit. I think this is really good. These, no questions asked. I think maybe Brago will come out. It's like too much or overkill or too redundant. This I have Fawn's Memory of. 5 tokens. So yeah, it should be enough to kill someone. So if it's not enough to kill someone for 9, then I don't know, maybe just a single copy, maybe not even. Play it. And Harmonicon, I think, is going to be an all-star in this deck. Quest of Renewal, I can't remember, but it's low cost. We'll try. Ephemerate we'll put away, but we have one. It is foiled. So don't feel too bad about it. This guy makes more allies. I think it's got to go in. This one to sacrifice to get allies, I don't think is going to make it in this deck, even though its costing is cheap. Unless you want like certain allies all the time, maybe. And that might just come to be true because a lot of them are really good. No, actually a few of them are really good. And there's a lot of them, right? So we might want to use that. Semester's End. Again, these are like Brago and Interlude. They just happen once. Interlude happens once. Semester's End happens once. Brago happens all the time. If you can stick him. Teleportation. I think, yeah, this might be good enough. Then Emeria. It's hard to cut anything here. Jeez. $11, and they all mostly cost 4 and 5. I keep that in mind as I move to this pile. Right, so these are my enablers. They can come in after a few of these, but What is this? Bruce Tari. So enters the battlefield or attacks, target creature you control gains double strike and lifelink. So I don't know. He's not like doing much for my allies. He is an ally, triggering all other allies and ETBs. He gives double strike, lifelink, but just to one. Right? And when he attacks, he has to swing, the poor thing. That's a cheap card. And gives a fucking double strike and lifelink again. I don't know, I feel like a deck that would be red, white, and black that has an enchantment out where if you gain life, something happens, or you draw that many cards or something stupid, then he's fucking stupid there. But here, looks stupid. Agra Diabolist, enter the battlefield. Under your control, you may have target 2 player lose life equal number of allies you control. A lot of them I have fond memories of, so they will come to this pile naturally. You know, so does this. This I don't remember much of. It's just a fucking dude that's 2/2 with ace with cost 5 that gets +1s. I could care less. It does trigger for all allies, but I'm not putting allies to grow this by 1. It's fucking bullshit. Get out. Hunter, trample 2/2. You may put a +1/+1. So the fact that he has trample, cost 1 less also, and trample. Trample's better because you get to grow him to like a 10/10, and he starts like going sideways. So what he can do is, you know, because he's trample, people, if they block, feel that they have to block with everything. It's all in or nothing. And so this one card becomes swing for 10, you block with 3 creatures, it's 1 for 3. So it's still a possibility, you know, for that. For the trample. Rally. Whenever hero of Gamafada or another ally enter the battlefield under your control, creatures control get indestructible. That's really good. But I do have a copy, I think. That's the copy. I put a 1/1 for each mana spent. I can totally do that. That's a finisher, and it doesn't cost like 9 like the other one. So, you know, I'm keeping that in mind. And why is that here? Wait, what the fuck? It's confusing. This also makes allies, but it's not an enabler. But this is like an enabler. This is like an ally. Hey, it's hard to do. It might not belong at all. That's why it's weird. Keeping. We got a foil and a non-foil. So I'm reading them because I don't know them. This one I don't know. Whenever Warcaller or another ally enter the battlefield under your control, creatures control get +2/+2. That's interesting. They can all get like +4/+4. Or I can play something else and they get more. She's interesting. They're gonna come out. She's a high cost. She doesn't do maybe enough at first. But she's interesting. Creatures you control gain double strike. Thank you very much. You know what I mean? Like, what do you cast? Right? You cast this or that. Imagine you have both in your hands. It's turn 5, and there are 4 allies on the battlefield for some reason. Cast this. Right? Let's see. This one, when this one or another ally ETBs under your control, creatures you control get +2/+2. She comes in. She boosts your other 4 allies by +2, so that's a total of 4/+2, 8 damage, and 8 defense. So it means you can swing. She's a 2/1. So small. And this guy comes in. Dead. He says whenever him or another ally ETBs, creatures you control get double strike. So they're probably already like 2 something. Maybe they're 3 something. Maybe not. I have to check. But like, then after this, if you put another ally or 2, they get +4/+4. Whereas him, if you put 1, they get double strike, which is also good. They don't get more. You know what I mean? That's true though. This one scales. This one doesn't scale. You know? Can't give multiple double strike. Not gonna do shit. But it is strong when it happened. So, very interesting problem. They both feel equally strong. This one seems to scale much more than this one. Like in a deck faster where 5 is the most you're gonna pay? Nope, possibly, yeah. Because then all your stuff is double strike and let's go, you know? But when you want to play 9 turns, or this is interesting. Phasm Guide. For another ally ETBs, creatures you control gains haste. So again, this guy gives haste to all your creatures. I mean, next ally has haste. It's like too much mana. You know? Or just like one ability. I mean, like a boot will do the same job, you know what I mean? A boot will be like, yeah, next ally, pay 1 more. It has haste. You know? Tuk. Destroy target artifact. So that can be pretty good because that's destruction and stuff. And he's an ally, so he triggers allies, right? That's the goal. If they could all be allies, all of this could be allies. Creatures control gain trample. That's good. I don't know if that's gonna be enough. Because yes, if your creatures are 8/8s and 13s and they don't have trample, you know, you're gonna end the game at some point. Or they're gonna end the creatures. Whereas if you have trample, you're gonna go through most of it and end the game anyways. But they need to be 8/8s and 10/10s. They're not gonna be 2/2s and 3/3s with trample. Who gives a fuck? Yeah? Like, so, and I don't really have ways to boost them other than a few cards that can do that. They mainly do abilities. I'm gonna move it away from now. For this guy, for example, him or another ally ETBs, you may put a 2/2 wolf. If you do put a +1/+1 counter on him, he makes wolves and he grows himself. I think it's a lot of power, you know, compared to, what was the other one? That's like 3 power every time you put an ally. You get 3 extra power, right? Greyfeld Hunter. Greyfeld Hunter. Trample. I put him here, I think. Thought it was a mana crypt. I was so happy. Kabira Avengel. Choose a color, gain protection from the chosen color. So this is really strong. Because you give your allies protection from any color, and then you just swing. Or instant speed, block, as you instant ally. Very good. Brasso. Deal damage target creature, equal number of allies you control. So, creature destruction. I don't think he's good enough. Insane art. Beautiful art. Kai Kotaki. Kai Kotaki. Very cool art, dude. This guy relieves. He's relieving himself, supporting 3. +1/+1 counter on each of up to 3 other targets. Like he will boost, he will do what allies don't do, you know what I mean? He's gonna boost a little bit everyone. For what? There's no double anything, you can't +1 anything. Not gonna cut it. Gideon, he does put an ally for 0 every turn, so he's like this. And it's a 2/2 ally. Until end of turn he becomes an ally. 5/5. He gets affected by allies. It's like a way that Gideon has never been played before. This is literally it. This +1, he's never seen this deck before. It's been 10 years in the making. And then creatures get +1. He actually gives my creatures what they need. Crazy. Probably gonna stay. When you gain life, each opponent lose 1 life. Whenever you gain life, each opponent lose 1 life. When am I gaining life, dude? How you doing, Cliff Heaven Vampire? How you doing? When am I gaining life, bro? When am I gaining life? Like, there's some cards that do that, but like, they had to just put like half of what he does because it would have been too good, probably. Well, I don't think I'm gonna keep it. It's kind of a unique effect. It's kind of a strong effect, frankly. Yo, where's my pile? These are enablers. There's like fucking 12 of them. I've got a little bit in my hand. Have we cut out like all of this? Holy Christ. Look, we cut out already all of this. It's gonna keep going. That's what you want to see. You want to see that pile drop fast. Fast. This puts 2 allies, 2 2s, by the way. Really cool. I like this a lot. It doesn't make you very much often 2 2s allies. These guys have a hard time getting 2 power. Tap, and untap the ally you control. Put a +1 counter on each creature you control. It's an ally. What is this guy? Ambush Leader. 2015. Core ally. For 4, 3/4. What do you do? What do you do? Man, why is my camera so ass? I'm getting a refund. Munda Ace 3/4. Whenever Munda or another ally you can enter the battlefield under your control, you may look at the top 4 cards of your library. If you do, reveal any number of ally from among them. Put those cards on top of your library and the rest at the bottom. Kind of like filtering the library for allies, which is, I don't know, it seems a little too focused, a little too not focused, but there's other things you're willing to do, like put lands and shit, you know. But then if he filters them before you draw them, you know, with something else, then I think that can be a real threat. So let's put it here for now. Elidar Retreat. Beautiful card, by the way. Gorgeous card. Absolutely intense. The light doesn't give him justice. Very special. So what is it? Landfall. Create a 2/2 white cat beast. God damn it. Fuck is this? Put a +1 counter on each creature you control. Those creatures gain vigilance whenever a land enters the battlefield. Wow. Exactly what this deck needs. So this goes here, right? It's not a producer. What are you doing here? Angelic Captain. Flying 5 for 4/3 for 5. Camera. Yourself. Whenever Angelic Captain attacks, it gets +1/+1 for till end of turn for each other attacking ally. So it doesn't trigger when it enters. It's just a big flying bug for 5. Thank you very much. When these other guys give flying to all my allies, dude. Cool card, beautiful card. Nice art. Vulcan Baga. Baga? Yeah. I don't think it's gonna come in the deck. I think that's a great finisher. These I think are all stars. You're gonna start with something like this in your hand and feel like a fucking champion. That's what I think. So these are very. I think the top of the top. We'll see if that ever changes. With A11. Okay, I've seen this before. Oh, that's the nice version of Hero of Gamma, but okay, I think I have all of them now. Murasa Pyromancer, a foil. Very nice. Tuk Tuk Scrapper, maybe. Resolute Blade Master, in foil. Again, giving double strike. 2-die creatures. Up the stack. Here's a Tuk Tuk. A Resolute. A Unified Front. Where's the other one? Tuk, Resolute, Unified. Hero of Gamma Fada? Isn't he here? How is he not here? Where the fuck did I put him? He's good, right? I have the same opinion as 2 minutes ago? Whenever he or another allies into ETBs, creatures you control gain indestructible. Right? Chat, why am I not playing this guy? Right? Why? Because 5? This guy's like push through, dude. Just push. Okay, what's before the sleeves? Spells, my friends. Zandu is good, dude. Zealous Paladin. Marshal's Anthem. E. Creatures you control get +1/+1. Multi-kicker. Turn up to X target creature from your graveyard to the battlefield where X number of time Marshal's Anthem was kicked. Can you imagine a foil of this? Undo Cleric. Right, we haven't seen Undo Cleric. That was a fun deck to play against. Unblockable? Proud? Do we do that? Honor of the Pure? Straight up? Interesting. Do we play Anthems? I don't know if we play Anthems. It just feels so weak. Usually is very weak. Is Anthems alright or what? What are those? Oh my goodness. Hands, dude. Gamer. Ariuk Skyshipper is fine. I think Alamar Adept might be good. Do we go to the old ass lands? Maybe, dude. Feels like a throwback. I'll consider something for the lands. I think these are doubles. Return a land you control to its owner's hand. That's tempo. Diminish. Target creature becomes 1/1. That's a bummer. Into the royal. Return target permanent, non permanent. Draw a card. Yeah, very standard stuff. You know, that's like tempo, slow tempo standard. Reveal a card from top of your library, so you'll reveal a non-land card. Put all card revealed into your hand. So you put a lot of lands, or you just draw a card. Raptor is flying, my friend, and gets big. Gets big flying for 3. Great idea. Tap up to 2 target creatures. Draw a card. Right? Paladin is probably here. Kazandu should be here. Ada is here. Oh my god. Ada's. That's why this deck was hard to play against. It played a bunch of small things. Played an ally, fuck your creature, fuck your Tarmogoyf. Play another ally. I'm gonna go through now with fuck this enchantment. I'm playing Kazandu. There's no way I can't play Kazandu. He gets bigger, first strike, vigilance. He's great. They're like pushing it with him because he's actually like 2 of the same color. He's like a pushed creature. Am I buying this? I have it. I think I have an Oran Reef. I think we've seen that. Possibly this, I don't know. Why would Undo Cleric be here? I already have it. Sometimes, dude.
If you ask Canadian dairy farmers what it takes to become global leaders,
Quarry Shapeshifter, Raptor, Excavator. Excavator, bro. Can I return allies? Can I target myself? I can. Oh, that's interesting. I can actually target myself. Put stuff in my yard and use it. That's cool.
Doing more today because we're here for tomorrow. Find out more at herefortomorrow.ca.
Marshall, Paladin. I'm looking for Paladin Knighthood stuff here. And Undo Cleric mainly. Right, this deck looks fucking insane. All of its foilness. Fantastic. Yo, what do you mean? I didn't have one? He's the guy that gets you the life. What does he do? Lifelink. And you may put a +1/+1 counter on him. These other, so he gives also lifelink, so they're like the same. I think they've got to be played. You want that effect. free bleed. Is that? I can already tell, like a deck like with just these that just keeps drawing cards and just casts like stuff that costs 2, 3, get mana for free, cards. It's gonna go get out of hands real quick. Because if I remember how many allies it took to kill a player with 20 life, 4, 5, sometimes 6. That means if you go to 7 and 8, you know, you have to count all the other allies already. And if you get to have 2 at them at the same time, when you get there, they actually trigger much more. Or 3 or 4. You can literally like start one-shotting players with ally spells, dude. I feel like protecting them is somewhat very important. Wow, I mean, honestly, it's coming along pretty well. Be surprised by just the awesomeness these cards. They're really like something. Quite the throwback. All of these cost 3 or less. Probably remove half or a third without squinting. Is that a word? Like just these 3 might be enough. I guess I couldn't get a foil of this. Fucking off. Creature gains double strike. It doesn't seem good enough. What else do we have, man? They're like hidden in the piles of stuff. Anything here that's worth it? Yeah, passage. What is this fucking pile? That's dragon. That's dragon. Walker Madness. Yeah, that might just be dragons. Tutor, if I need to tutor here, I'll put some stuff. Maybe in this deck. Maybe I wanted to play it here, frankly. Triomes if I don't have them. Can't go wrong with Arid Mesa, but I think it's here. I think I have those stuff. I think I wanted to play that. Copy. It does come with a +1. I don't know if it's strong enough. 4. You know what I mean? It's just a copy. But if the copies are that good, I'll, you know, introduce it. Uh, these are all additional lands that I don't use. Right? Look, I have better than this, I think, but thing here, maybe the exotic orchard. Firebluff Canal. I don't think I need blue that quickly or red. No dragons? This. Do I put this? I think so, man. It's just there. Here. Nah. No way. No way that's all of it. I have like one extra box of stuff I could put though. Some staples. Right, well it definitely needs help in the draw card category. Possibly tutor. Answer. Mana's pretty good, but we'll see if it has its own. But these are like a lot of fun to fucking think about. But these two packs clash together. You know, these ones are allies in addition to what they do. But you can't go around with like that's like 20 cards worth of what should be enablers. You know, at this kind of cost. So they're both gonna get cut like real bad. Semester's end's probably gonna get fucked off. When it's time to cut, it's time to cut, you know what I mean? You have to make it fit. So I think literally these three same effect. Exile any number of target creature you control at the beginning of the next step. Return those each of them into the battlefield. Under the owner's control. Each of them enters the battlefield with an additional +1/+1 counter. If it's a creature, etc. This makes free allies. And this return stuff, which might be good, but we might also not need it, right? It's like a very specific case. We'll remove it for now, but we know it's here. We know if we need to block and do stuff, we'll go get this card. Yentim with the +1, returning from the graveyard, so the same thing as this one. But Yentim. This guy it doesn't do any allies. Keep that in mind. Beautiful card. Put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control though. with a landfall. We'll consider it. I think it's still a little off from trajectory, which is to put allies. Let's keep putting allies. Because if I can put 3 allies per turn, I'm really satisfied with that. I can really keep up. This also exiles. This, what it does, this is keep reactivating the allies every turn. Free. Which is the same as putting 1, although it doesn't scale as much. But linearly very close to what you just did. This is really good. I'm gonna give you more allies. This we'll try to figure out what we used to use it for. Maybe it's just standard, because with the person I was playing against, they played a few of these because they could swing and have protection, and then they would untap and be able to block, and then have more protection. They were able to finish the game. Do I remove it? I'm not sure. Maybe. And Harmonicon, I think, might just do wonders also. And Rights, I do think is going to be too much compared to the other ones that we have. Where are they? Here? Right, because that's like card draw. Do they just do what this does, don't they? They feel like the same. You put them together, see what happens. Then this pile used to not be shit with them in here, but right now it looks like ass. This pile looks like the worst piece of garbage I've ever seen. Oh. Right, imagine you start your hand with I don't know, 4 of these. I mean, worst case scenario, they're all casting cost 4 or 5. This is really hard to play though. What are you gonna do? You can't play this one. This one comes after these. This is really good, I think. Tuk Tuk will help you destroy artifacts. Which is useful if you don't have any of these. But like, nobody has artifacts. He didn't see much play. Plus he's not like combat focused, he's like artifact focused. Resolute, and this dude, one of them is right. This might be a little too finicky. You have to look at the top 4 cards of your library, reveal any number of them, put them onto the top again, in any order, the rest at the bottom. I feel it's a little finicky. Alright, so someone is right here. This is right. This is right. This might just be right. This is a 5. But again, it's part of the finishers. Whenever you gain life, each opponent loses 1 life. Whenever you gain life, each opponent loses 1 life. This is pretty bad. Like, even if you gain 10 life, they all lose 1 life. That's ass. Turn Timber. Turn Timber, dude, he's good. And he used to be able to close a game. Because you start having 2/2s, which can block. And keep swinging with your allies. But he was totally able to do that shift. Of like, I'm building, and now I'm attacking and blocking.
It's more important than ever to get
But is he 5 casting cost good?
Visit gmb.ca/book-a-vaccine.
I don't know.
Make an appointment
I don't know, because the plan isn't the same.
or at RHA Clinic.
Start your day with a fresh, tasty, and satisfying McDonald's egg BLT
It could be.
McMuffin. A freshly cracked egg, bacon, lettuce, and tomato with 16 grams of protein.
This possibly
Enjoyed all day for a limited time.
Gray felt with trample, possibly, but I do feel like an artifact that gives trample would be just as good in this deck. This guy will draw you cards. I think that's fine. Make you lose life. Give double strike. I don't know, he feels odd. And he's confusing. That when he attacks, which is fucking confusing. When... What is it? When he attacks? Or another target? No. When he enters the battlefield, this guy, only this guy, enters, he gives double strike. And then he has to attack to give double strike. This is fucking stupid. File's getting a little nicer. I think one of these guys is right. And not all of them. Because when you look at this pile, we can see the more powerful stuff, I guess. Some enabling, which is also part of the same slots. Here. Feels like we could remove most of these and just keep those and these and be fine. We'll do a quick triage for these here. The feel that I know about them. So keep, not, keep, not, keep, automatic. Paladin is good. Kazindu is good. Is good. He's good. She's good. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not. Their defender. Maybe not. In creatures control gain first strike. That's pretty good. Don't know it, but it seems good. Creatures you control gain lifelink. That's interesting. Creatures you control gain menace. Holy shit. Really? Dude. Archer deals damage target creature with flying equal number of allies you control. Might be good. Might not. Right? And they could be pearls too, you know. When allies come into play, people lose one and you gain one. I don't know. We're gonna try it. But it's not the same. Creatures you control gain vigilance. Right? Right? When she deals combat damage to a player, put a +1/+1 on each attacking creature you control. And she has first strike. Damn. She boosts everybody. She's odd to play with those, but she does a lot of work for them. Okay, your creatures can get +1. If its search cost was paid, other creatures you control get +1. Okay, so you paid that much instead of this. Cool. For a 2/1 ace +1 free. Okay, interesting. Got a free blade. Taurine Mauler. Desmal Image. This guy seems okay. Does boost them, and they completely need that for X. So you will have enough mana, but just not a big power. Equipped creature you control gets +1. It's an ally. Whenever a creature you control die, draw a card. Interesting. I mean, there is no equipment. Okay. Creature gonna gain menace. We just saw that. Just saw that. These, unless we have too many. This might be good. He does draw you, by the way. This dude here. Maybe if I put it here. This guy wards you. Copies. I think we have too many copies, boys. This one boosts your attack. She's good. Warlord. On each ally you control, he's putting the +1s. There he is. Flame Seeker. He's just like... I've tapped 2 allies to do this. I don't know, dude. The 2/1 ally for 1. So this is like the... This is if your deck doesn't have enough allies, wants to cast more allies for cheaper. You want to go there. We're not there yet. We'll put it away. But you would have to play this. You would have to trade like some of this stuff for this, which is a little odd. But sometimes the deck needs that speed. Creatures control gain first strike. I thought I saw that too. Entangler, friend, costs 5. Does this do? Let's fucking continue. The Advocate, Elf Druid Ally. Vigilance 2/3. Is that a mythic? No way. It's a rare. As long as you control 6 or more lands. This guy and land creatures you control get +2. This guy is a flying. Power what you want. What the fuck is X for? Enters the battlefield with a +1/+1 counter on it for each color of mana spent to cast it. So in other words, it's saying it's gonna be for 2 it's a 2/2. Okay. For 2 it's a 2/2 flying with +1s. For 5 it can be a 5/5. Okay, it is capped. I think I like the fact that it's a 2/2 for 2. Flying ally. A Beast Caller Savant. Add 1 your mana pool only to cast a creature spell. He is an ally. We will get to use it. Pretty rare you don't get to use it, I guess. You know what I mean? Alright, for 2 we get a 0/3 first strike vigilance, +1 for each artifact you control. Partner. I think he's a good ally if you want to pay less. Does have first strike. Cares about your artifacts. So you need artifacts. You don't have many of. You know what I mean? Put it away. Falls under the cheap allies. 3 tap. Put target creature card from your opponent's graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. If its convert mana costs less than an equal number of allies you control. That's pretty good. So goddamn dark. But I do get to mill. Use. Give this boots. This guy. Find out. Highlander. So happy to get you. By the way, I need all of them. OG. Allies in foils because they look fantastic. What Whenever a creature you control dies, each one lose one, you gain one. We'll play him. And his power and toughness, equal number of creatures you control. He's an ally. Does care. Have another untapped ally you control. Gains your choice of first strike, vigilance, trample. Oh. All of this is out. There's not many, but some amount. Christ, there are many. All going in the pile. It's the pile of like, I could use it, you know. I have it. Sometimes you need it. You have it. Right, it's better, but this pile is too big. I can feel it. It's so big. Because these are the shit. I can tell. These are the fucking shit. These feel odd. Now, these can feel odd all you want, but you're gonna cast another one after this. Who cares? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. About 32. $32 is like the complete mana base. I'm looking for a Berserker, Healer, maybe Occultist, and the Blade World. I don't have this. Here's the Healer. Here's the Blade World. Thought I had the Berserker somewhere. Berserker. Nope. Alright, well that's a lot thinner than it used to be. Making progress. This one. Warlord. Here. It's gotta be here. Is it the only one? Yep. Paladin is here. This pile is a little too big. These spells are so good. It's like Collected Company. Fucking what else, dude? Maybe I want like Fauna Shaman or some shit. Go get stuff I like. I know this is good enough. This. Maybe it's because their cost. I do have a feeling that these good enough also. That these might not do quite enough. So this does the same as this. Now, any number of target non-land permanents you control, then return those cards to the battlefield under their owner's control when it deals damage. And this one is when you cast it. Right? Just once. But just like Eerie Interlude, right? It just, maybe you want to do it like so late that you actually don't want too many of them. That's a late as fuck spell. It is a late as fuck spell. That might be why. I like that it costs 3 because you get to play like 2 things and then cast this bullshit after that. Maybe those go out. This can be really good. Can you imagine like pay like 6? You would get to return 1 thing from the battlefield. Extra creature in the graveyard. X number of time it was kicked, so you just bring something back. They all get +1. Feels like a standard victory card. Good stuff, but if it would be 2 and 2, I would probably consider playing it here. And Semester's End. What's the problem with Semester's End? Return each of them to the battlefield under its owner's control. They enter with a +1. That's also good. Just like that. He flashes them. They all return with +1s. Instant speed. You can do it after combat kind of stuff. I think it's just the cost. The cost is just a little high. A good effect. You know? Whereas Brago, if they don't deal with it, he gets to do this every turn after that. And that's a lot of value compared to this. You'll get increasing value with Brago. Brago becomes a threat by itself. That I like that because they leave the others alone. Deal with Brago, which is not even an ally. So, like this package right there seems good. Again, you'll notice a lot of permanence. Taking out instants and stuff. Keeping the permanence. It looks pretty special. It looks different. There's way too much of these.
Ages 5 to 11.
Here, if you go with your heart,
For the COVID-19
sometimes it's just easier when you just forget about things and just go with your heart, go with what you know, go with the flow. You know, if you feel that this is really good, keep it. You know, you kind of clean your mind a bit. You look at this and say, okay, creatures you control gain double strike. That seems good. You know what I mean? Double strike, that seems pretty good. Indestructible. I don't know if that's good enough because it's only when you have allies enter the battlefield, which means you can be like, yeah, I'm gonna keep a spell or something. I just feel like it's a lot just to give them indestructible. Let me just go there. This is insane. This is good. We have another one that does this. Where's the other one? There's another one that does this. Oh, maybe it's here. I'm shocked. Where is it? Exactly the same thing, but like 4. Join the ranks, buddy. Yeah, they went from same cost, instant sorcery, 2/1/1, into 2, 2, 2. Right. But still, this remains really good. And if I remove this one, which is an instant, maybe I'll remove this one first because it's a sorcery. Just because we got insane, some more insane spells here. You know, this used to be the way to do it, but these could do it. So these might go out actually, which is surprising, shocking. Shocking that these would go out, that they would be not good enough. Wow, that's crazy. This one giving +1 for everything seems really good. This is until end of turn for the +2. So it's good for the attack, but not for the defense. You play tricks, but you don't have mana to cast tricks, it costs 5. He's gonna give lifelink and put +1 on himself. He can be a beast. Turn 4 this dude. Maybe. Tap target creature and opponent control. Okay. This can be a bitch to deal with. Ooh. But you have to cast like many after that to really start like tapping stuff. I don't think it's the right way to go through. I do. You know? Because then if you start dropping 3 allies at a time for some way, you know, some fucking way, you're still supposed to kill them with this, not like by tapping stuff. So out. This guy kills. This guy rips. This guy draws. Yeah, draws cards. Is he good enough? You know what? He's the first one to get cut, I think. He is insane in 1v1. Because you don't deal with it, it just grows. Anyway. 1v1 casual for sure. You don't play that competitive. Oh. We'll try Gideon. I don't think we have a choice. And then Tajuru. Seems good. Seems good. So these would be out. Because we have... let's count how many effects like this we have. And these are just like finishers. They're not like mid-game anything. They're supposed to finish the game. So when shit is good and you cast this, you're almost done. Okay. So this is one of them. The interlude, right? The interlude, chat. Right? You're good, right? You've got 10 allies. You're good. You're gonna cast this and end the game. You know, or maybe not this, but this is like a card draw. What is this? You make a copy? That's really good. Goes into the midge. Kindred summon, finisher. Brago, dude. Go Brago. He puts allies. He prepares the field. He allies. He makes more allies. Like, that's more than enough ways to Do shit, no? Isn't it? And then you join the rank? I don't know, man. I don't know how to play this deck. I'll put them away because I can tell you this. If I miss those cards, I'll remember. I'll remember them. I'll be like, yeah, I think I need more allies. Instant. 2 at a time. Oh, I know which one I want. These. Very heavy. I think there's too many here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 20? 26? 2026, that's like way more than I need here. Right? Or like that's how much you want, but we already have like other things going on. We're gonna have to fucking curve, I guess. Want to curve, chat? Curve with me, chat? Let's fucking curve. Some space, though.
To be the highest, and if I could be a hero, I would like to be Superman, and if I could be magic.
I'm gonna take a 5, and I'm gonna curve. I'm gonna draw the curve with the cards, find out how many of each we have, and if it's too much, we can picture a scenario where we have too many trees. Recasting costs. Hey, a 1 casting cost. This is a 2 casting cost, right? Because you can surge it. 3, 3, 2. 2, 3. Mostly bound color. White, green, blue. A lot of red. What if I copy artifacts? My last card here. Copy artifacts. Metamorph. What do you copy? You can copy a Panharmonicon. Captain Claw, the copy of that. That's alright. You can copy here, I suppose. Bruce.
Food.
Jimmy gave up the ghost saying he needed land when he cast that, so I'm gonna make him pick between land and spells. Easy.
Ugh, Olivia has given me a really difficult choice here. I really need those lands, but the Sword of Dungeons and Dragons is one of the best cards in my deck because I'm rolling a D20 with it, not a D6. That means my As Luck would have it is gonna grow super fast, and I could win this game really quickly. Man, this is a really tough choice, but I think I'm just gonna have to get greedy. I'm actually much more interested in 3 spells than 2 lands at this point.
Wow.
So Jimmy takes the spells even though he needs the lands. This is becoming a pattern of his on game nights.
All right, well, Jimmy, you can't claim Mana Screw on this episode. This was, you chose this. This is what you wanted to do.
All right, well, now it really looks like there's no one that can really attack, so I will have to pass the turn.
I'll untap and drop.
Will you pay the 2 for Smothering Tide?
I will not.
Cool, I will make a treasure.
All right, I will tap 3 for Keeper of the Sacred Word. When it comes into play, I choose a word. I'm actually going to make the word squirrel.
Oh, nice.
Fitting.
This card seems really powerful because if she swings it in at someone and they don't block, all the other opponents have to do is just say the magic word 30, 40 times and boom, that's an instant one-hit kill. So this card is actually terrifying.
And then I will tap 3 for Vivian, Champion of the Wilds.
That's dope.
Vivian's interesting because it allows Olivia to play things at flash speed. I'm not as familiar with all the silver bordered cards as I am with regular commander cards, so it's gonna be really hard to predict what might come out, so I really don't like this.
I'll +1 Vivian and give Keeper of the Sacred Word Vigilance and Reach.
So she's at 5 loyalty?
Yes.
Okay.
Very nice.
And that will be my turn. So with Bingo, Keeper of the Secret Word, and Vivian out, I'm feeling pretty good. I got a solid board state.
All right, I'll untap and I'll drop.
Will you pay the 2 for Smothering Tide?
No, you can have another treasure.
Thank you.
All right, so I draw my card for the turn and wow, I drew the perfect card.
Of course he did.
I can probably take somebody out right now.
What?
I don't like this.
Oh no. Whoa, 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 calm down there, Josh. Not like this.
I mean, I built the deck to do a thing. I feel like I kind of have to, I kind of got to do the thing.
I guess. I mean, your deck is crazy. It's got all these cards that I've never even seen before or wouldn't even consider putting in a commander deck, right?
Yeah, and I got them all at cardkingdom.com/command zone. If you use that affiliate link when you order your Magic cards, products, singles, anything at all, you really are supporting all of our content, keeping the lights on around here, as we like to say, and we appreciate everyone that does that.
Yeah, and I love the Unsilvered product because they have so many wacky themes, and a way to capitalize on having those awesome themes in your own world is by buying Ultra Pro products. So they have playmats, sleeves, everything that you want to deck out your playmat in your area, make it look awesome. And trust me, there's lots of really cool stuff.
Yeah, Ultra Pro always makes the best stuff to protect your stuff. You really want your game pieces to stay in the best possible condition.
Yes.
Ultra Pro really makes that happen.
Well, one player is about to not stay in great condition, right?
somebody's gonna be,
about
they're
to
gonna be
go
a little
from
bit
near
burnt.
miss to all the way to...
I mean, I hope so. I hope this works out.
Yeah. All right, well, let's see what happens.
Wow, I drew the perfect card. I can probably take somebody out right now.
What?
I don't like this.
Oh no. Josh can just kill someone? That means he has to cast 4 spells this turn. And each of those has to have the right numbers on them. This is very scary. I did not expect this at all.
At least he can only kill one player at a time with it, but he has basically promised destruction of somebody on this table.
Not it.
You have to cast 4 spells, right?
Yeah, a lot of calculation. I think this is right. So I'm just gonna tap everything, which is gonna give me 7 mana. So for a black and a colorless, I'm gonna play Inhumaniac.
Oh dear.
It has a 4 in its text box. So Baron Von Count will trigger. Going down to 3.
Uh-oh.
So I'm not even looking at what card he plays. The scary thing is that he just tapped all of his mana, and the countdown just went down 1 more.
And then I'm gonna play Goblin Engineer. It has a 3 in its text box.
Sure does.
So Baron Von Count will go down to 2.
TikTok.
Oh, okay, yep, this is really scary. These are all really cheap CMC spells, which means that Josh still has a lot of mana left.
He just gets to kill whoever he wants when that thing hits. I mean, this is some endgame territory right here for somebody.
And now the count is set at 2. And I will search my library for an artifact. I will find Strionic Resonator. And that'll go into my graveyard.
Ooh, double Baron count.
So I have 3 mana remaining. I will cast Mind Stone.
Uh-oh, that's a 2.
That's a 2.
Sure is.
Baron Von Count goes down to 1. Uh-oh.
Josh is gonna get it all the way down. It's not good. Someone's out.
Oh gosh, oh gosh. He just needs to play any spell with a 1 in it, and that thing is going to explode and get rid of a player.
And now the count is set at 1. And then I will tap the Mind Stone.
Oh no.
And remember, I still have that 1 left, so I have 2 in my mana pool, and I will play a Rakdos Signet.
Wait, there's a 1 in there.
It has a 1 in it.
Sure is.
Uh-oh.
The madman has done it. Somehow we went from 4 to 0 in a single turn.
So trigger on the stack. Destroy target player. I have a decision ahead of me.
It's my first time on game nights. I just got here. He's not gonna kill me now, right? Who could be that cruel?
Please, someone else.
Don't pick me. I just got my entire board started. I just drew the best card in my deck. Please don't pick me, Josh.
So I'm weighing my options. There's Olivia, who didn't choose me for arm wrestling, and honestly, that's pretty insulting. There's Tappy, who isn't very good at arm wrestling, and I don't respect that. And then there's Jimmy, who has Mindslaver locked me before, and well, I don't really actually need any other reasons. It's definitely Jimmy. I'm killing Jimmy. Jimmy, I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to blow you up.
Oh no. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Oh no, Josh, please, mercy. Please, mercy.
No, Mr. Wong. I expect you to die.
Wait, what? What? No! I'm like shackled in. I'm like, come on. Ah, who's gonna rescue me? I'm James Wong. I got this. Oh, no?
So Josh takes out Jimmy on turn 6. Pretty cutthroat on game nights.
Half of me is like, well, that solves that hexproof enchantment problem. The other half is like, he could do that again, and it could come at me next time. Suddenly, Josh has become a problem.
Well, I can't attack anybody, and I'm pretty sure that I just made myself really scary, so go ahead.
Cool, thanks. I'm gonna untap my lands, and I will draw a card. I'm gonna sack 3 treasures to play Charisma, targeting my Surgeon Commander. And that will, again, trigger the Surgeon Commander and the Enchantress, and I'll draw 2 cards.
Sweet.
So Josh's commander is really scary. And I'm really hoping that Olivia realizes that too. Hey Olivia, we're friends, right?
Yes.
That's what I like to hear. The only flying creature he has is Smuggler's Copter. Yeah. So we can try something. Come with me on this adventure.
It would be my greatest pleasure. So Tappy has a scheme and is reaching out to me in friendship. She doesn't like what Josh is doing. I certainly don't like what Josh is doing. I think our goals are aligned here.
So I will tap 4 mana to play this Bumbling Pangolin. And I can destroy target artifact.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, really?
That's gonna be Josh's Smuggler's Copter.
Oh no.
And now Josh has no flying blockers. I don't quite have a creature that can kill him, but I see someone who does. On the trigger of a creature entering the battlefield, I can return Afara's Enlightenment to my hand. So I will tap 3 mana, I will lose 1 to the City of Brass, and I will cast Afara's Enlightenment on Olivia's Keeper of the Sacred Word.
So you're enchanting Olivia's creature?
Just a mix. These cards are so
Okay, so it gets
fun.
+1/+1 counter.
Yep.
And it flies.
And it flies.
That's a good idea.
Oh no.
Hey, buddy.
So Tappy casts her enchantment onto Olivia's creature. The creature that Tappy
Maybe that's how you need to play
magic
this.
word a bunch of times and pump to an
You
infinite
just have like
size.
1 booster of
I'm in huge trouble.
an
How many
unset.
times Tappy can say squirrel?
I'm tapped out of mana, but my Surgeon Commander can tap for
maybe
any color.
open
So
it
I'm going to tap
in addition
for
to
a green mana
your
to
3
play
boosters.
half squirrel, half. And that will
Just put
augment
some
my
flavor.
Bumbling Pangolin.
You get to draft it too, so you can do these if you want.
Ah, very nice.
And because of my commander, I will draw a card.
All right.
Nice.
And you said
Or maybe you do a
word
seal, I don't know,
so
or
Keeper
6
of the
packs.
Sacred Word is a 6/7.
I'm getting myself warmed up.
Yeah, it's a teaser of things
Or
to
2
come. right?
packs and 3.
And
I
then
don't know.
I will definitely pass the turn to my good friend, Olivia.
I'll untap and I'll draw.
Did you pay 2 for Smothering Tithe?
I will not.
Thank you so much.
No problem, friend.
Yeah, so this is what I was afraid of. Tappy and Olivia, they've overcome their differences over the arm wrestling. I have 1 card in my hand, and all the cards in my deck are actually kind of bad. They just have numbers on them. I'm not gonna be able to fight against 2 players.
I'm gonna tap 4 and play a Cornelia, Fashionable Filcher.
Sweet.
Cool.
So if you play that 1 creature type, which shall not be named, then stuff happens.
Yes. So I'm playing my commander because I built this deck off the fact that I have cards with squirrels on the art or squirrel creatures themselves. I need to use her because in my hand are cards with squirrels in the art. But first, let's get Josh out of the game. Josh, what's your life total?
39.
I will swing in with Keeper of the Sacred Word.
So Josh is at 39 life, and Olivia's creature is 3 power, so I have to say squirrel, like, nah, whatever. Squirrel, 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 squirrel.
Okay, I think she said it enough times. It's big. It's big. It's definitely gonna kill me. She doesn't have to say it anymore.
Squirrel, 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 squirrel.
Yeah, no, he's still saying it. Okay.
Got a special place for these.
Squirrel, 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 squirrel.
Need a big box for like stuff. Didn't mean to buy it 2 weeks later.
I'm sure our editors kept track of exactly how big it is. Okay, I will take a lot of damage from the squirrel.
It's actually gonna be more now.
Cards.
That's a big creature. I'm very dead. I didn't really
Could have
die to, like,
played.
a lot of squirrels, but it felt like I did because they said the word squirrel so much that I felt like I was
So now it's just me and Tappy, and the deal ended when Josh ended, so I gotta start clearing her board out too. So I'm gonna tap 3 for Kill Destroy. And target your commander.
Well, that's rude. I will send him back to the command zone.
Oh, fuck it. Fuck it. Oh, a bunch of ifs. Well, maybe not this. I want to curve out with these, or these, or these. They're just automatic. They've got to go in. Curve them in the hand. There we go. We got 3 trees, 2 4s, 2 5s. Seems a little steep. Good. Curving the mana. Kind of arranging it in terms of how good 1s and 2s and 3s. Five, 4, 4, 4. A lot more. This one might just get cut because of how much it really costs. This looks fine. This looks really good. Just right on curve, perfectly positioned. Get to play something like this, turn 7, and this. Like this first and then something else, just regular stuff. I put the card draw and the mana together because that mostly doesn't change. But these are really good, happy to see them. Put that here next to the commander. Curve this. In this deck, 5 things that cost 5 doesn't seem too bad. Until you have like 6 things that cost 4. That much, that just seems like a little much. Plus whatever else is here. That's the real issue. And a free blade, he's so good, dude. Just because he comes in turn 1. They just made one of those because he's so good. copies. Put here. And the regulars. Is this a regular? This is worse than a copy, I think. Okay, getting the point here. There's a lot that costs too.
I love you.
Even at 3, there's a bar. It's like, it's gotta do something. Gotta do something that a 2 can't do. Even lifelink, I'm not sure is good enough. Might be someone that getting kicked from that slot here. Like here, Taurine is. I mean, you gotta treat it like an ally. See, that's why these, they really go in here, because they're exactly the same. They are particular in the sense that they don't add anything, they just copy what's already there. You hope to be doing something worthwhile, or else the copy is also worthless. Definitely gonna cut something here, that's too much trees. Got other things too. But you would cut this before you cut here, still. Then what we're gonna do is rearrange them in how good they are, I guess. And then we got different kinds of analysis to put them through, like how would they really do in Commander versus 1v1. That's what I remembered them for. God damn, there's so many. Or Ada over here. If I could make them cost 1 less too, that might just be better. You know what I mean? There's different things that we haven't added here. How do we remove 1 from creatures? Can we do that? I don't know if that's does that exist? I don't think we want to play Ethervile here, right? Ethervile makes it really quick. You know, Etherviles can close a game in 3 turns, what it could normally do in 5 or 6. Is not what I'm trying to do. If I could remove 1 colorless, that would be really good. Even Morophon. Where's Morophon? Morophon here is really not the best because they mostly only cost 1 of a color. Morophon wants to pay for a lot of colors, you know? Like, maybe Morophon should go in my Dragon's deck, because I can play it you know, pretty well. Here, I would prefer to have anything that makes me draw because I play creatures. Like play a creature, draw a card, play another creature, draw a card. If I can get something like that, that would be pretty good, I think. Anything else that comes up to mind? There's a lot of ideas that are not in here, right? Because they're just like base backbone allies, right? We've had to cut like half of them. There's a lot of good cards that should be here. I don't know if I'll ever like cut here, you know what I mean? Like this, just to keep like this stuff. So clearly some of this has to go. Maybe I don't need the right, maybe I don't even have the right ramp. Because I have like this stuff to cast, you know, all the time. Anyway, we'll leave it at that for tonight. It's a good start already. We've gone through a lot of cards just to get here. We're gonna have the hard job to cut some things that are not gonna make conclusive analysis. And when you actually start pondering on how to use them in Commander multiplayer. Alright,